Hey guys, we're here at in Boise, Idaho with Roger from the Idaho Children's Trust, and we're actually at the Anne Frank Memorial for Human Rights, and we're standing in front of the International Declaration of Human Rights. So we're going to ask Roger some quick questions about how child sexual abuse fits into the greater realm of human rights, and what that means as adults and how that relates to our responsibility to keep kids safe. So we're standing at Anne Frank's Memorial, talking about human rights and whatnot. So tell us, how do you see child sexual abuse fitting into that greater scope?
Of course, I want to say, I think first, I think about Anne Frank, and I think about how Anne Frank was a kid, and the kinds of things that she went through, and so it's really fitting, to have that conversation. But I think as far as for in terms of child sexual abuse, what can be more fundamental? The right to right to innocence, the right to a healthy, happy childhood. If we're not about that,
right. I think as adults, parents, teachers, 20-somethings, we all know kids, we all have had a childhood, and kind of when I think about one of the inalienable rights, the right to happiness as a child, to be able to have that innocence, the right to be free in your childhood and enjoy what it means to be a kid, is something that we've all hopefully experienced, and I think we can all kind of recognize that as a universal thing. And so when that's taken away, you have to look at it as an offense of human rights. Can you talk about how prevention is so important in maintaining?
I think prevention is all about creating an environment in which kids can grow with the kind of happiness and freedom and thrive in the ways that you were just talking about. I think it's not, again, I don't think there's anything more fundamental than being able to be a child who doesn't have to face violence, abuse, struggle, oppression, lack of food, all the kinds of things that I think this whole International Declaration of Human Rights was trying to speak to, back 50, 60 years ago. And it still speaks to us now in the same way. And it's not true for too many kids.
Right. And just on a personal note, we see governments sit their foot down when kids don't have the right to food, or we fight wars over what it means to have human rights. To me, the child having the right to grow up innocent and whole is just as inalienable as any of those other things. And so it's up to us as adults, to really get in there and make that happen. So join our ride. Thanks, Roger.
Yeah.